What is up, you guys? Game Nut here, and welcome back to some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team. And it is finally here, man. Today is the day that we finally go ahead and kick things back off in the postseason. If you guys remember in the last episode, if you did catch it, we finally got ourselves enough wins in the regular season to make it back into the playoffs. And it's time to see if we can make ourselves another run at the Super Bowl and see if we can finally get ourselves a trophy this year for Madden 17 Ultimate Team. Now, before we jump into those postseason games, I decided it was time to go ahead and get ourselves some new offensive weapons. Now, I know this offense did get us to the playoffs, but I feel it's time for some upgrades, and I know you guys think it's time for some upgrades as well. You guys are always telling me to bring in new players, so I decided to go ahead and get some new weapons. So you guys can see we do need ourselves a new starting quarterback. Kirk Cousins, he's out of here, man. I'm always preaching that in real life he's kind of a trash can. He did all right for us here in Ultimate Team, but as for now, we got to get a new quarterback. We also need ourselves a new slot receiver, a starting #1 overall wide receiver, and a tight end as well, man. A lot of you guys were tired of seeing an 89 overall tight end. Even though he was a beast for me, it's definitely time to get a big-time upgrade there at that position. I think you guys will definitely be happy with who I decided to bring in. Now, moving forward, we're going to go ahead and jump in with these upgrades. So, first guy bringing into our team is going to be another Team of the Year player, and we've got ourselves 92 overall Tyreek Hill. And there's two reasons I brought in this guy. Not just because of the fact that he's got 95 speed. Well, okay, that definitely is like the biggest reason why I brought him in my team. So 95 speed at slot receiver is like huge. Like, that's big time going to help us out. And I also brought him in to be our new kick and punt returner, man. We've been rocking with the gold Tyler Lockett card at our kick and punt returner since the beginning of the year, man. I completely forgot about that upgrade. So Tyreek Hill having 95 speed, he's going to get two birds with one stone here. So moving forward, going to get ourselves our new starting #1 overall wide receiver. So you guys might recognize this. You probably did it quite a few months ago, but I finally was able to complete myself the other half of the chemistry solo challenges. And like I said already, finally got myself this 93 overall chemistry master, Antonio Brown. I can't believe, like, I just pushed this aside, man. Like, I should have focused a lot more on this than what I did, but we finally got ourselves this AB. He's going to be our #1 overall wide receiver. You see all these chemistries this guy has. If only I was able to activate all 4 of those at once, the dude would probably be like close to like a 99 overall. He might be like a 97, but we'll see how he upgrades once we put him into our lineup with these chemistries. Now, at the tight end position, this is by far my favorite upgrade I've made to the team so far. We're going to be bringing in Playoff Edition 94 overall Jimmy Graham. This is the milestone card, so he does have another chemistry, which I believe is the deep threat, but this guy is going to be a monster. You guys know I love my tight end position. It's probably one of the favorite, targets I like to go to on the field when we're on offense. And you guys see Jimmy Graham's stats right here. His stats are going to change, of course, once we put those chemistries on top of him, but for now, this guy is going to be a monster for us, and I'm super excited about it. Now, anyways, the final position we do need is, of course, our quarterback. And you see we are picking up a collectible right here, and we're going to finally get ourselves a mobile quarterback this year in Madden 17. It has been who knows how long since I've last used a mobile quarterback, man. I always stick with pocket passers because I do like scrambling out of the pocket, but a lot of the time, whenever I have a mobile quarterback, I just feel like he fumbles a lot for me. So, however, I had one of his collectibles, probably the most expensive one for this Colin Kaepernick set, chilling in my item binder, and I was like, let me match up some of the chemistries here. He goes along with Tyreek Hill with ankle breaker. He's going to be a mobile quarterback with 90 speed, which is craziness. Why not go ahead and see how he performs at quarterback? And let's go ahead and put our offense together now. Look at this offense, man. This makes me so happy to see. My team is finally complete for now. Of course, we are going to make some big time upgrades when the future comes, but I've been looking to upgrade my lineup to these exact players because of the chemistries, everything working. We're up to a 95 overall now, and to see them all on one team, I'm just happy to see it. So, of course, let's go ahead and take a closer look at these cards now because of how chemistries have affected them. So, Colin Kaepernick is up 1 overall to a 94. His throwing stats are now at a 92 overall for his throw accuracy, short and mid. And if we take a closer look at the back of the card, he's got an 89 spin move and a 94 juke move at quarterback. At quarterback, man, are you kidding me? He's going to be juking people out of his socks. Antonio Brown is up 2 overalls to a 95. See some of his upgraded stats. He's at a 94 catch, 92 spec catch, 96 route running, 93 catch in traffic, and an 84 jumping. As we look at our slot receiver, Tyreek Hill, the only thing that he's been affected by is his elusiveness, which is at a 95. Nonetheless, that still is a pretty crazy stat to have at a 95. And then my favorite card so far that we've got this year, 95 Jimmy Graham. I was expecting him to go up quite a few more overalls with having 3 chemistries, but he's got 95 catch, 93 route running, and a 94 catch in traffic. So the team is now complete. I'm ready to go through the rest of these playoffs with this team. I'm not changing anything. The defense is going to stay the same as well because these guys have been absolutely killing it for me. But once the playoffs are over, we of course are going to go ahead and do some more upgrades on both offense and defense. And of course, we've got the Tyreek Hill, who's bumped up to a 99 overall at kick and punt returner. So, like I said, this is the start of the playoffs. Let's see how these new offensive weapons turn out for us.
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play.
We're finally back in the playoffs, and you guys know we have to win ourselves 3 games to then make it to the Super Bowl. Of course, we have to wait and see if we can win all 3 of those games to actually make it to the Super Bowl. And to start things out on defense, we're picking things right back up where we left off on defense, getting a user pick with Teddy Bruschi, and then we're coming right back out on offense, and we're going to see how some of these new weapons perform. So, first play, we're going to Jimmy Graham, our new tight end, already making a big play, picking up 17 yards. A few plays later, it's now going to be a 2nd and goal. I'm going to put Jimmy on a streak route, and okay. That's unfortunate, man. I don't know if that was a bad throw by Kaepernick or if that was just a dumb play by Jimmy Graham. He just didn't turn for the ball. Either way, that was a mess. That's not the way you want to start off this game on offense, especially after getting a user pick. But back out on defense, the very first play, another user pick with Teddy Bruschi. That is now 2 plays on defense and 2 user picks with the same man, Teddy Bruschi. I'm loving it so far on defense. Now back out on offense, let's not get a turnover this time and actually get some points on the board since this is playoffs. Now, this is a reason why I wanted to get myself a mobile quarterback because, you know, with a guy like Kirk Cousins, I couldn't necessarily do that. Colin Kaepernick rushes forward for 14 yards, and on the next play, we just go with a simple toss play. When you're near the goal line, within like the 10, 5-yard line, I've learned my lesson, man. I've got to start running the ball more, and with Ahman Green, we go in completely untouched for the game's first touchdown, going up 7-0. So we're going to jump, you know, a couple of plays later, not waste your time, because my opponent on offense, as you can see at the top there, Derek Carr is currently 0 for 6 with 2 interceptions. This guy was not very good on offense at all. And as we come back out on offense, man, we are just finding all of our new upgrades left and right. It took us 2 plays to find the end zone once again. They forgot about 95 speed Tyreek Hill right across the middle of the field in the end zone.
Finish him.
Gotcha, bitch. And at this point, things really went downhill for my opponent, man. I started to feel bad. My defense was obliterating this guy. We get another interception. This time it wasn't a user pick, but Khalil Mack comes up with the tip ball, grabs us the ball back on offense. You can see we go to Jimmy Graham on the first play. 2nd and 8, we're going to go with ourselves with a play action. We're going to get our fullback working on the offense now. Kyle Juszczyk is able to truck forward, pick up a 1st down. A play later, it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Of course, you know, we're looking to score. I see Tyreek Hill across the middle. Look how fast this guy is. He just burnt all of those defenders just short of a touchdown. He's down at the 4-yard line. We're going to go with another play action. I know I said I like to run the ball, but when you've got a 90-speed quarterback with Colin Kaepernick, it's too easy to rush into the end zone. And with that touchdown giving us a 20-point lead, my opponent had enough of these new offensive weapons.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started.
Okay, what kind of sick joke is this, EA? Are you kidding me? You're really going to put me in my playoff game against this God squad, a guy who's got like 99 overalls everywhere on his team when I'm trying to make it back to the Super Bowl? How am I supposed to defeat this guy who's got 99 Ultimate Legends everywhere on his team when I don't even have an Ultimate Legend of my own on my team? Like, this is ridiculous, man. EA's trying to make me lose. So anyways, on 2nd and 6, he's just going to throw this ball up deep. And he caught it.
Touchdown Atlanta. Ed McCaffrey, 50.
Something's wrong here, man. This is not right. Like, how am I supposed to defeat a team like this? I mean, in double coverage, Ed McCaffrey comes down with the touchdown easily on offense. So, we got to pick up the pace of things here, man. I did not come all the way to the playoffs to get defeated by some overpowered team that's better than me. So we kick things off with a toss to Amon Green. It's a 3rd and 1. He thought it was probably going to be a QB sneak. We were able to pick up 30-plus yards on that play. Next, we go with Colin Kaepernick finding our tight end, Jimmy Graham, once again. It's a few plays later now on a 3rd and 11. And look who they forgot about again. The 95 speed Tyreek Hill right down the middle of the field between those two safeties. That's going to be our first touchdown, tying this game back up 7-7. So as we're back out on defense, I'm not allowing any more deep touchdowns like that.
Gotcha, bitch.
And we get the user pick with Teddy Bruschi. And that is the way I like to pick things back up on defense, man. After what my opponent just did to me, we ain't letting no more of that up. And defense,
gotcha, bitch,
is starting to pick things up here. I am not losing these playoff games. Malcolm Jenkins now comes up with an interception of our own. That is our strong safety. And the tide has changed, man. All of a sudden, we find ourselves up now 14-7 on this guy with the ball on offense, ready to strike back and put up another 7 points on the board. You can see Colin Kaepernick so far is at a perfect 7 for 7 with 97 yards. 2nd and 10, we go back to our new starting wide receiver, Antonio Brown. On the wide receiver screen, he goes ahead and picks up another 1st down. And on the very next play, we're going to go with a toss to Amon Green. He makes a guy miss and goes in untouched to the end zone for our 3rd touchdown. How do you like that, man? We are all of a sudden now up 21-7 on my opponent after he throws a Hail Mary on offense to Ed McCaffrey, gets a touchdown. I don't care who you put me up against, EA. Give me everyone that you got, the best player at every spot in the game. I'm not losing these playoffs this year, man. I am coming forward, and I'm going to get the Super Bowl trophy with this team. We find ourselves on a 4th and 2. They left Jimmy Graham wide open, man. How are you going to leave Jimmy that open? A 6'7" target. We're now in the start of the 3rd quarter. Well, towards the end of the 3rd quarter, I should say. And things got out of hand, man. We were killing my opponent. We go with another wide receiver screen. That is going to be Antonio Brown's 1st touchdown on our team. And at this point,
gotcha, bitch,
things got way out of hand for my opponent. We're up 28-7. I kept wasting a lot of time on offense and giving the ball back to my opponent, punting it back to him, and defense was having none of it.
Gotcha, bitch.
Malcolm Jenkins now with his 2nd interception in this game, and we're just going to keep chewing the clock. There's 15 seconds left on 3rd and goal. Are you guys ready for this?
Gotcha, bitch.
Ross Cockrell ends this game with a wild interception, man. That was a crazy play. We finished off this game by winning 28-7 against this guy's 99 overall God Squad, man. And that was his NFC Championship game. If he would have won that, he would have been in the Super Bowl. So we just really, we kind of just, took a poop on his party right there. So in the playoffs, man, we've got a 2-0 record. One more game, and then it's the Super Bowl. And look at defense, man. You guys see this? Between those 2 games, we let up just 7 points and scored 48 points on offense. I don't see what we can change with this team, man. I mean, offense is killing it. Defense is getting stop after stop. I don't see how we're going to lose the Super Bowl, man. I am ready to keep going in these playoffs and finally get ourselves a Super Bowl win this year in Madden 17 Ultimate Team. So anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed this one. I will catch you guys all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Yeah, oh Lord, way to go. Agents on my phone, we be on the road.